Hey everybody, thanks for joining. If you're new here, my name is Eva, and I usually do videos with bag-related content, bag reviews, comparing bags, some vintage bags, you know, that kind of thing. So if that interests you, I would really appreciate you subscribing. I would enjoy your company as we're going forward. Today's video is just a little bit different. I am going to be talking about bags, but I'm going to be talking about these bags that I used while I was traveling. So as you can probably see from my shirt, one of the destinations I was able to travel to was Budapest and the other was Vienna. I was so fortunate to go. It was a work trip, so I definitely had some responsibilities, but I did have some free time. I used to live in Hungary, just about an hour and a half south of Budapest, and I traveled there pretty frequently on the weekends. And in fact, one summer I lived there in the city. I mean, of course, I'm not a complete expert, but I am somewhat familiar with the city, and it was my job to help guide our students around because it was a study abroad trip during our spring break. I do plan to gather up my videos and photos from what I could collect and make a travel vlog. So if that content interests you about this little bit more detail about the cities, Budapest and Vienna, so please subscribe so that you can see when that content is uploaded, hopefully in the relatively near future. And of course, anytime I get the opportunity to travel, I'm always reminded, you know, that experiences are so much more important than things. And I just want to take the opportunity to say that here because, you know, mainly the things that I talk about here on my channel are material things, but really experiences are so much more valuable. They give you energy in a way that, you know, material things can't. Like I said, I will put a vlog out soon when I have time, but I just, as an example of that, I just want to put this picture up here to say, like, look at me here. Like, this is in the courtyard of the Haydn House in Vienna. And like, I am so happy here because it just filled my heart so much. My words can't do it justice. I know that I can see it in my face, that I was just so full of joy. Now, so let's get down to the stuff here. So first of all, what bags did I use on the trip? This was my carry-on. This is a Longchamp Le Pliage in the large size. I've just got this little luggage tag here because I thought it was cute. It just makes me smile when I see it. This has the removable strap here. I could put it over a crossbody or carry it here by the top handle. It has the slip here where you could put it over, you know, the handle of your luggage, which made it convenient. It is very easy to slide up in the overhead compartment. It didn't take up too much room. And this was my personal item. So this is a small backpack by MC Wallace. The style of this backpack is the Jordan backpack. What I love so much about this are the carry handles for this backpack, because sometimes I did carry it, you know, by these handles. And then of course, other times I did wear it as a backpack. The reason it worked so well for me is because it had a separate compartment here for my laptop, and then of course all my personal items here in this compartment, and then a little front zipper compartments for like little things, you know, like gum or snacks or whatever. And then once we were on the ground, I used this sling as like my everyday bag here. I got this at TJ Maxx several years ago. It's by the brand Bagolini there. And then of course, what drew me to this was this fuchsia pink interior. But this came in really handy to throw it, you know, to throw it on and have everything right here with close proximity to me and easy to get to. One of the features I liked so much was that it had this back pocket here where I could put my phone and get to it really quick. Pocket here was super handy. It was big enough for a map because like I'm old school. I like to have that map with me just in case. Wallet here, and then here on the front of the bag, this is where I kept like my room key and travel pass. That was really nice to have here because I didn't need it all the time, but when I did need to know where it was, boom, this pocket. This came in really handy for the organization, ease of use, you know, just a neutral color. Now I thought I might show you what I bought on the trip. So the first thing is I got this Budapest sweatshirt. Now when I lived there, I would have never bought this because it's too touristy, but now I'm so far removed. Like it's been like 12, 13 years since I actually lived there. And I found this in the Central Market, which was a lovely place to go for souvenir shopping. And of course it has like the Friends theme to it. So two of my favorite things. I got this cap for my husband, but when he tried it on, it was too small. So actually now this hat is for me. Dad, if you're watching, actually I got this for you, but because that other cap was too small for my husband, this one is not for him. So sorry about that. I got this shirt for my husband because I thought it was funny. So, you know, Attila the Hun, his Australian tour, his European tour here. Some of the things on the back. My husband's really, he's a history buff, so I just kind of thought he would get a kick out of that. Some Hungarian paprika is delicious, and my mom is probably watching going, oh my gosh, some more of this. I haven't used up the last batch yet. Yeah, well, sorry about that, Mom, but I can't help myself. I just feel the need to stock up while I'm there because it's so much better than the paprika that I can buy here in the States. You can get, you know, the Edish, the sweet kind, or the Edish, the spicy kind. But I know that my mom definitely wants the sweet paprika. And while I was in Vienna, I got some of the Mozart balls. Of course, these are sold all over Austria, and they're delicious, filled with marzipan. So I've already opened up one of these bags for my family to enjoy, and I shared some with my colleagues at work. When I was in Schönbrunn, the summer residence of the Habsburgs, I mean, you could spend all day there, but one of my favorite things was the carriage exhibit. I took as many, you know, photos as I could. You know, but they're just not near the quality. Well, that's the same one that's on the cover. I'm just fascinated by the carriages. For those of us that love Coach bags, like we see that emblem of Coach there, but I don't think we think twice about that. So it was really cool to go into an exhibit that's dedicated literally to coaches. The architecture of Vienna, you know, is amazing. It's so well known for the classicism, the classical architecture. Otto Wagner was an architect like around the turn of the century, and again, I'm oversimplifying here, but there was an exhibit dedicated to him. Like, oh yeah, here's an example of his like utilitarian architecture, but also characterizes Vienna like at the metro stops. And I loved it. So I picked up this book to help remind me of the beautiful examples of his architecture that are all throughout Vienna. I picked up another toboggan because, you know, you just can't have too many, in my opinion. So this one I thought was cute because it has these little buttons down the side. It has this little patch here, Vienna, and a little pom-pom at the top. Not subtle, but I really love it, is this pashmina scarf here with music notes all over it. I mean, what a great souvenir of Vienna, you know, the home of classical music. Well, I mean, I don't know if home is the right word, but it's a city so closely associated with classical music. You know, Beethoven, Brahms, Mozart, Haydn, Schubert, the Second Viennese School as well. Mahler. We could go on and on, but those are some of them. Strauss, yeah. So this is really fun with the black fringe there. I will enjoy this for sure. Okay, and then I got this magnet for our refrigerator at home because my boys are just old enough to get this joke. No kangaroos in Austria. Anyway, it just makes me laugh. Thanks for hanging out with me as I showed you those souvenirs. Now I'm going to show you some bags. There are 4 bags associated with this trip, 3 of which I got while I was there, and a 4th one that I tried on while I was there, and then I ordered it when I got home. 2 of them are like no-name bags. I just got them as I was walking around and saw them in little boutiques. I mean, I say they're no-name brands. I mean, I'm sorry if that's insulting. They're not a name of a brand that I know. And they were very affordable. And they reminded me of other brands. Let's put it that way. Okay, so I got this because of the diamond quilting. So this is in black denim, and it has some gold hardware. Oh yeah, and it has a charm, has fallen down on the back there. And this is what it looks like on the back. And here it just has like a smooth bottom. And then here's the strap that you can attach to wear with this bag. And there are the 2 D-rings here right under the flat portion of the bag. So in case you're in Vienna, I was at the Haymarket and I was looking at the clock at the Haymarket, you know, the figures that go around the clock. And just literally behind me, there was this little boutique. I went in there and this was the bag that spoke to me. Okay, the other bag that I brought home is also a nod to Chanel. It is a dupe of the Mini. I wasn't looking for it. It was just there on one of the main streets, and I saw it in one of the boutique windows, and I saw the price tag of it, and I was like, well, that's obviously a nod to the inspiration. And so I went into the boutique, looked around to see, you know, what all they had, and They had these bags in several colors. They also had a little bit bigger version in tweed. Like, it's a nod. It does not say Chanel anywhere on here. So the brand is actually Vere Pele, made in Italy. And I just wanted to show you a closer look at the underside of the hardware, which is very nice. I was careful to ask if this was genuine leather or if this was pleather, because at this price point, it definitely could have been like a vinyl. But you know, I was there sniffing it and definitely did smell like leather. When I got a closer look at the back of the tag, I could tell like this tag here was actually leather. I asked the ladies in the working in the boutique, I was like, can you just, this seems like leather, smells like leather, this tag looks like leather. Can you confirm that this is real leather? And they were like, oh, for sure, definitely. This is a real leather bag. Now, I can't, you know, comment on the quality of the leather, if it's a full grain, top grain leather or anything like that. Now, so there is like a proper bag in here that I'm going to show you. And later in the trip, I did try on something that I totally fell for. And when I got home, I ordered it from Italist, and it has just arrived. And I have checked it to make sure it is actually what I ordered. So I am going to have to be annoying and in the video here, because I know that, first of all, this video is getting too long, and secondly, I do believe that some viewers might actually be searching for these bags, for standalone videos on these bags. So do please come back and see what's inside this bag and this box. Thank you so much for joining me today in this souvenir extravaganza, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. You take care. See you next time. Bye.